Go 49ers, taking on the New York Jets.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On 1st down, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete from the contact.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
The 23-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Pass.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
6 on the play.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So here are the 49ers now with a long field ahead. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you've really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He's going to have the first down past the 20 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have him pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
That one good for 33 and a first.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level,
and across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
26-yard line.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 71 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him. Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, get a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
The 20-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Darnold, he lost the football. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say the end.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for next.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd
On
down.
3rd down, here's Taylor. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like...
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is now an even 30. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. At the 21-yard line.
2nd and 11. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Niners 30, Jets nothing.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
1st and 10, Taylor now. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Ball carrier.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Taylor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Jonathan
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play. But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers continue to roll.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 25.
This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Oh, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
At the 34.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, that's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half.
This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind end up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down, New York.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Darnold's pass.
Laviska Shenault, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are at least able to knock the deficit down a bit. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
This one fielded at the 5. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And all the way down to the 42. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. The 20. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did. Defense trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
And the Jets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Darnold. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play,
brings up
but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Brady Mann now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
At the 20-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
First and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk in the final seconds of the first half. And this offense is running away with this one.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Now the try here for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Now, my home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field. Kind of dribbles a skill. This the high for the field.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Jets 7.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll roll him out right, looking for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, 28 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get...
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
You're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You go over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Brought down at the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Connection made with Chenault. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, and he's got him. Got his man on the end round. Complete. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. This is Shenault on the receiving end. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
1st and 10. At their own 13-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
4 yards on the pickup.
They run once more with Taylor. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely no.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete.
You gonna like this?
Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
Back on. On offense, New York gets set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes this all that, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Who that? Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Now Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara.
Jets.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. To throw is Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Take it right on the 30. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a give right side. Williamson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
7-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to float this one deep. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the 49ers continue to roll. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Darnold on 1st down, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
Darnold's pass. Complete to number 80.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Call it a loss of 12 that time, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
find Williams on the slant. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Jets on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. The shotgun snap for Darnold. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle.
Darnold's pass.
And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That one 28 yards on the ground. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball,
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New York set to take the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
New York.
On 1st down, Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there for the Niners. 54 yards. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas. And it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect, and this will be caught.
And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
An extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Darnold's pass.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Gain of 4.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
29-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Darnold's pass.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Darnold from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Darnold's pass.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
That's all
And
you
they're
got.
going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
First and 10. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last throw down for Darnold. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, you start to wonder if it's going to happen this year. The skid has hit 13 in a row on the season. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars.